Hello, my name is Jeff, and I tried out the PSO2 NGS Global Beta Test held on May 14 to 16. I have about 2,000 hours overall between PSO2 Japan and Global, and I'm confident people have way more hours than me. I mean, I literally idle in the lobby half the time because I'm downstairs on my iPad or PS4 watching something. However, that doesn't mean I barely played. I do have the work put into this game since I started it back in 2015, and I've also been pumping out videos on my other channel, Inca Rabbit, since then. So, the NGS beta. The best way I can describe it, it's a fresh cake baked with the batter that made the last cake so delicious, but instead of making the frosting, icing, and the fondant from scratch, SEGA decided to borrow the frosting, fondant, and icing from other bakers. Now, I know what you're thinking. What in God's name is this man talking about? Let me explain. The batter baked into the cake serves as the basis of PSO2. That's the PSO2 DNA. The routine and the entertainment is there. That defines the cake. But then you get into the decorations, and that's where the overall DNA of that cake gets slightly altered. For the frosting, that was borrowed from Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles X. It borrows that same world aesthetic, character aesthetic, and story vibe. Like, the PSO2 Meteorns are literally the white whale's life pods. The icing for the cake comes from Square Enix's Nier Automata. Same fluid gameplay, almost eerily similar controls, and well, look at the knuckles, it's very obvious. Now the fondant comes from Nintendo's very own Breath of the Wild. That sense of exploration and the vast freeform maneuverability. Heck, you literally even have zero info on the world when you start, and you have to actually explore to get the icons jotted down on your map. And you also have to keep track of where materials spawn and where they are. Now with those three on hand, altogether, those are what make the PSO2 NGS cake so special. That's what makes it professional and distinct to what we already have with PSO2. They announced the game last year in 2020, and that proves just how much time, love, and care went into crafting this cake. Now with that knowledge, and considering that New Genesis is, well, literally a new Genesis, the entire game got completely reworked from the ground up. The class system got reworked, and every single weapon that was playable in the beta was overhauled to be, get this, f***ing optimal. Every single one. Sword is fast, extravagant, and absolutely blinding. The knuckles is literally Nier Automata's level of fast and fluid. The rifle is like Xenoblade Chronicle X's rifles on steroids and actually allows you to play like a third-person shooter for once. The twin machine guns actually utilizes things that they learned from Hero and Luster while also amping up the original Photon Hearts. And the wand?
Kill them. Must kill them all.
And the rod is actually kind of lackluster compared to everything else. Also, skills. You don't get them from leveling up anymore, and You don't get them from leveling up anymore, and I'm not sure if the class instructors actually give them. It wasn't really part of the beta. So in NGS, you get them by doing cocoons and towers, and the amount earned is actually based on how difficult the cocoon or tower was. Or it might be based on if it was a cocoon or a tower, I'm not sure. And the best part is, you don't have to repeat them for every single class you want to level. They actually unlock universally. And that's really convenient for when you want to level up new classes. Speaking of convenience, that's another thing about this game. It's that, unlike PSO2, they designed this with full convenience. Cocoons, towers, locales, and even the emergency urgent quests can be selected and teleported straight to from the map. You can access your entire inventory and storage straight from the menu. Oh yeah, your inventory. The space there also got doubled from 50 to 100 slots, and you can sell items to the store straight from that menu. There's also actual matchmaking in the game now too, so you can set yourself as the on-call equivalent from GTA, and when the game gathers you and 7 other players, it'll collect you all and actually move you to the same block in your own personal space for that emergency urgent quest. One thing I actually loved doing with me and my friends is that whenever we wanted to get outside or inside the city, we would actually climb over the walls like complete savages. We've only had 3 days to play the beta, but with those 3 days, they were enough to show me what SEGA's been baking for the last year. And with the release date so close, literally next month, I've never been so excited to jump into this game. I'm hyped is the best way to put it. And that means a lot coming from me because my #1 anticipated game of this year is LEGO Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. And with that being said, I think it's time to wrap up the video, so let me just say one last thing. SEGA, with that June release date, I can't wait for you to show us what you've got. Also, I'm waiting for a modern day Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi. Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, so I only have 20 seconds here, so I just want to say thanks for watching the video. And if you want to see more content from me, please give the channel a sub. I won't always be doing PSO2 stuff just for the sake of variety, but I'll mostly be focused on it. So yeah, thanks for watching and have a good day.